Yep, it's posting day, I guess, because, you know, I'm just posting my ass off today. So, I watched a thing that Alec Baldwin had hosted about animal cruelty. It's like, you know how farms, they don't really do things the way they're supposed to. They pump their animals full of, like the cows are fed with steroids to make them produce more milk, and then when the milk comes out, it's full of carcinogens, so they've got to filter it to take all the carcinogens out, then it's safe to drink. Anyway, it goes on to say that there's a whole bunch of bad stuff that's happening in the farming industry, like the chickens are so overcrowded that they can't even spread their wings, and the ways they kill the animals are inhuman, and da-da-da-da. So there's two things to this argument, right? One of them is how they're treated the animals until they're slaughtered, and then how they treat them when they are slaughtered, right? So the stupid part of this whole argument is nature has predators and has prey, right? This has been going on for millions of years, where basically the, say, sheep population, if they were in the wild, would breed as fast as possible, and then there's always a certain percentage that are going to be eaten by the predators, right? It's basically like a handshake. It's business they're doing. Because the wolves can only grow as big as, like, a percentage of the sheep population, right? Because if there's not going to be one wolf for every sheep, there's one wolf for every 20 or 30 sheep, right? Because they've got to hunt them, and, you know, you never get one for one. It just doesn't happen. So this has been going on for millions of years. This is like the sheep breed knowing they're going to have to give up a certain percentage of their population. It kills the weak, it gets rid of the crappy genes, and keeps the best genes possible, right? So it works out for both sides. If there's less sheep, there's less wolves. It just happens. This is the circle of life. So what we've done is farmers now we've kind of gone outside of the conventions of the circle of life, but basically cows live to be eaten. That's their whole thing. If some people complain and say, oh yeah, it's cruelty to animals, we should never kill an animal, let's let the cows just breed in some plain somewhere. Do you think they're ever going to come up with E = MC squared? What they're going to do is be born, they're going to eat a lot of grass, they're going to give a lot of milk, and they're going to die. So whether we breed them here or whether they breed out there, their lives don't really change. Their lives are probably a lot shorter when we breed them, and worse things do happen to them, yes, but we have to feed ourselves. What do you want us to do? We can't all live off plants, alright? It's not going to happen. Anyway, that's one thing that irritates me. Another thing is, I don't agree with all the cruelty that goes on. They show videos of the guys like using like tire irons to hit. They're just basically like they're frustrated in life and they're just taking it out on the animals. That's bullshit. You should never hit an animal for no reason. Like just that you know you can get away with it. That's just retarded. Okay, it's bad. But on the other hand, every time an animal was killed, Alec Baldwin would go on to say that they were killed this way without any painkillers. Do you think the cattle farm in whatever industry has the money to give every animal painkillers before they kill them? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they're not the oil industry. They make a lot of money. Damn right they do. But if they had to start shifting their operation around, I don't know what would happen to them. I mean, sometimes they only just make ends meet. It's expensive to run a farm. It's a lot of electricity, a lot of food, a lot of hands, a lot of everything. Like, what do you want? They have to. It's no different than a grocery store. They're always buying in bulk. They need a lot of stuff, and they got to take care of the animals, of course. So it's stupid that people are complaining on how the animals are killed. If they were in the wild, a wolf or a pack of wolves would jump on them, would bite their throats, and would kill them, which is pretty savage, but also very quick. There was a couple ways I didn't agree with. Like, they would slit the pigs' throats and let them hang upside down. Like, I know because that lets the blood come out faster, but it's no different than what would happen in the wild. But there were some really bad things I saw, like to take the hair off a pig so you can, skin it or whatever. They have to dip them in these giant vats of boiling stuff. They actually threw a live pig in there, which I think is totally, like, the worst thing you could do. But I don't think hanging them from the ceiling is a good idea, because that's just cruel to even a cow weighs a ton, is hanging by this little leg. It's terrible. But really, how are you supposed to kill the animals humanely? There's no way to do it. Alright, the most humane thing they showed, and which something they shit all over, was that bolt gun to the head. Doing. They said, oh, that's so cruel. That's probably the easiest way to dispatch an animal, because it hits them in the brain, bam, they're gone. They don't even feel it. I mean, we have to eat, right? We have to kill animals to eat. How are we supposed to kill them and be nice to them? And I think we should breed the animals to eat. Give them proper places to live, because they need to have certain things. They need to be able to exercise and run around. I mean, we can't have cows that are so big that their legs break because of the pressure and all that shit. Like, that's just dumb. And chickens, I mean, you got to give them free range to run and be healthy and all that shit, but they're often not. They often like clip their beaks off, so they look all mutated and stuff. Anyway, I just think we should be less cruel to the animals, but you have to understand, you have to kill an animal to eat it. That's just part of the business. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like strip a little piece of meat off every day? I mean, we can't all eat plants. I mean, it's not going to happen. I mean, we were born and raised omnivores, but mostly we eat meat. What do you want? Without meat, there would have been no fire, there would be no nothing. We'd still be probably, pretty savage. Meat actually helped us develop. I mean, you had to cook the meat somehow, so, anyway, that's my gripe for today.